Hello guys and welcome back to World of Tanks with Cradler90. I've got something very special for you all today. We have Malacore in his fully upgraded E75 out on Serene Coast. And he's by himself today. There's no platoon. If you take a look, Malacore's team does have the advantage. Their tier 9s don't seem to be very good, whereas only our IS-8 looks hapless. The beginning of this game is not exactly exciting. I wouldn't use that word to describe it. Malacore tries to get right into this little valley area and set up shop. But it doesn't get exciting until about halfway through the game. People just don't seem to want to come engage in E75. I could certainly understand why. First one spotted is the Type 59, and people are taking pot shots at Malcore. His left track is damaged. But nothing else really going on. You'll see that this Type 64, the premium tier 8 scout tank for the Chinese, does seem to pester Malcore a bit in a few minutes. I'm going to keep this in a third-person view just because it seems to bug a little when it's in first-person view. And Malcore's always checking behind him, which is a great way to play, but it gets a little disorienting when you're watching from his perspective because he's shaking around the camera a lot. And that looks to have bounced right off the upper glacis of the Tiger II, so you can't be too upset with that. You're going to see a lot of great angling, engaging multiple targets by Malcore later in this game, really showing that the E75 is a monster at tier 9, and really might even belong in tier 10. Misses the shot on the Type 59. I think he might have bounced it as well. So far, 0 damage, and like I said, not exactly the most exciting game. And that's the first connecting shot of the game. Takes the Type 64 to 75 health. See, their team is losing 2-1. Radio lost a T-54 in the opening seconds of the game. And there goes the Centurion. Malcore's a second late on that shot, or the shot might have just wafted into the rocks. If you look around the map, we've got a nice line of tank destroyers up north, and a huge just bumble of tanks to the east over there. They don't seem to do very much in this game anyway. E75's side armor is too strong for the Type 64 to go through with AP. Malcore's in a bit of a pickle here. These aren't the most dangerous tanks in the game, but he's surrounded from both sides, and oh, the Panther II has been spotted, and he does have a punching gun. Malacore misses again. Yeah, that Panther II can do some damage. Type 64 switches to HE and then harmlessly explodes on the outer shell of the E75. Malacore starts to get involved in the chat and says that the Type 64 is annoying him, so he takes him out. So that's his first kill of the game. And you can see our tank destroyers up north have just waited it out, wait to see how the game develops, and Malcore's just sitting in the middle of the map. Oh, here's the Type 59, and he's just going to engage him, chase him, put one right through him. Oh, and that's a scary thing to see. A Type T-95, while slow and cumbersome, certainly has a big gun, so he's got to run away from him. And he's been tracked, so now he's got to go. And I have to say, this is excellent play by Malacore. He keeps this rock between him and the T-95. He always keeps an eye on the T-95. Now the T-95 is starting to go around, so he's just going to ignore the other guys shooting at him, chase down this T-54E1, and he knows he's going to beat, or at least he hopes he knows he's going to beat that T-95 around the corner, which he does. Oh, and there's the Panther II. And if I were an E75, I'd much rather be engaging these two than a T95 at range, because he can't hit his weak spots at range. Gets the Panther 2 to miss, puts another nice shot into him. And he's got to keep in mind that this T95 is slowly coming around the corner here. It's like the impending doom of Jaws. Bum, 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 bum. So he comes around. He's going to finish off this Panther 2. Well, he's going to finish him off when he decides he has a chance. There he goes. If he was waiting for that Panther 2 to get into a good part to defend him, then that's even better play than I could ever imagine. If he waited to take that shot until we could put him in between him and the T95, then that was just beautiful play by Malacore. But if not, it's just lucky happenstance. Anyway, so now he's engaged his T95 frontally, but the T95 gets hit by our T95. Anyhow, Malcore knows that he reloads slightly faster than this big boy. So he's just going to set up with him and put him into his cupolas. And you can see the T95 isn't a tall enough tank to hit the cupola of the E75, nor is it able to hit the lower glacis, and it's at a terrible angle anyway at this point to shoot that lower glacis. But there's a Tiger 2 and a off Panther 4 coming in from the back, so he's got to keep that in mind. So he puts his butt to the rock even though he gets hit. And just look at this angling. He just keeps both of these tanks unable to get a great shot on him. This is just beautiful E75 play. And there's some teamwork by Malacore too. You'll see in a second. He's going to put himself in between this Tiger 2 and this IS. He'll take the next shot for this IS. See? And it just harmlessly breaks his gun. And everything's at close range right now anyway, so that's not that big of a deal. Gets another shot to that Tiger 2. IS misses. But gets taken out by the IS-3. Bounces off the upper plate of the Tiger 2. Rams him for a little damage. Tries to engage the IS-3, but doesn't have the shot. So he comes back to the Tiger 2. Takes him out. The Object 704 will help out against the IS-3. And that's really the game, so I'm just going to fast forward the end. And that was just a beautiful game by Malcore. He really put the hurt on the team and showed, if Wargame's watching, the E75 is overpowered at tier 9. It's just the case. It should be moved up to tier 10 or nerfed. I mean, it's as simple as that. So I hope you all enjoyed.